What's up everybody? In today's video, we're gonna take a closer look at this. It's Boba Fett Ship from the Star Wars Vintage Collection. Check it out. What's up everybody and welcome back to Pop Empire. Happy to have you here with us as usual, and we're really excited with this one. We finally got this guy in our possession. It is Boba Fett Ship from Empire Strikes Back. Of course, the Star Wars Vintage Collection line. This thing is massive. This box is huge. I don't even know what else to say about the box other than, wow, this thing is crazy. Really excited to get this guy out and put it together, show you all the amazing details that are on this thing. So buckle up. This is gonna be a fun ride. First off, let's go ahead and take a look at this box. And of course, here's the front of our box, and we got this nice scene here, Boba Fett, and we got Han and Carbonite there getting loaded onto the ship. Got our stormtroopers around there. Of course, this is in Cloud City, where this scene is taking place. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top of the box, and it just kind of gives you an idea of what you'll be dealing with when you open it. Of course, this will be the bottom of the ship, and it looks really fantastic. The details are really amazing. There's this part here where Han Solo can get slotted in there. It's pretty cool. And of course, we have the cockpit here. Here's one of the other sides, and again, just another kind of scene going on there. And then on the other side of the box, just another visual there of what it looks like underneath the ship, which I gotta say has an absolute amazing amount of detail. So I can't wait to get into that. And then of course, here's the bottom of the box. And again, just more diagrams kind of showing you different things that the ship does. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, this thing looks pretty fantastic so far. For any of you that have been watching The Mandalorian, wowzers, that's all we're gonna say. So no spoilers here, don't worry about that. But yeah, this is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. And I just want to reiterate to anybody watching, this box is considerably bigger than initially thought. Yeah. We went and picked this up at Best Buy last night, and I was pretty shocked when he was trying to shove it through the window.
And let me just turn it around here and get a view inside this box that was in that box, which has all of our pieces inside. So we'll take everything out one by one and go over what everything does. So here are these pieces right here. I'll go ahead and open this up, take a look.
And as you see right there on the front, you got Han and his Carbonite, which comes with this set. And is it just me, or do you get a Han and Carbonite with just about every vintage collection set?
Yeah.
Like it came with the carbon freezing chamber, it comes with this. It came with JABBA'S Palace playset, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. You get a ton of these guys.
Yeah, and I'm curious if this one is magnetic like the one that comes with the JABBA'S Palace. However, I really do like this one because of the different colors actually on the edge. It's a lot darker gray.
The one thing I will say, it looks darker on camera. Like the outside is darker, but it almost looks black on camera.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But it's actually like more of like a dark, just gray. It's not black. So, but the contrast is cool. And here's actually the Han and Carbonite that comes with the carbon freezing chamber. Here's the one that comes with this set, so you can see the differences there.
Then we also have two of these pieces, which these are the wings. So you can see right here on the ends how they would attach. We'll get those attached shortly. Then we also have these two, they look like cannons, which I believe these go on the tail. There's actually a set of missiles that go in these cannons. And then there's also these two bombs, which I believe go underneath the ship.
And then here's one more bag, which looks like this is going to be our stand. But let's go ahead and pull that out. There's one of our pieces here. Not really sure what that goes to yet, but we'll find out momentarily. Again, here's another piece, which I'm assuming connects to that. Maybe Han goes in this. This might be the thing that they, well, actually no, I don't know what this is for. And then here's a stand that actually comes with it, which is really cool that they added this. I thought this was a really cool addition, and you can put the ship on here for display purposes. And then what's even cooler is down there on the bottom of the stand. I don't know if you can see there, I'm trying to angle it correctly. There you can kind of see it. And you got the Mandalorian logo there, and that's just a really fantastic addition there. I really thought this was a cool addition to this set.
Then here's our last baggie. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll see what's in here, which it seems to be, I believe it's like the door for the front of the ship, so you can put your figure down inside. Check that out here pretty soon. And then also there's this booklet here, which should give us directions on where everything goes. So that'll come in very handy.
And then there's not many of them, but here's the decals that come with the set.
And then finally, here is our ship. And this is how it comes in the box. And we're gonna go ahead and build this thing and put the pieces on and figure out where everything goes, and should be pretty fun. So before we put this together, let's just go ahead and take a quick look on the outside of the ship. First, just actually getting into the side over here. That's actually an area where one of the wings goes into. And what's really nice is just how weathered they made it look in there. It just looks real dirty. Moving around to the front, Actually, it's really cool, this little piece down here on the bottom, which I believe the Han Solo and Carbonite will go into once we get around to that. Just checking out the cockpit up here. It is locked into place. However, once you put those wings in, I believe there's a mechanism where they end up unlocking and it will flip up, get it into that flight mode. And as we get around to this side, you have the same thing going on where the other wing would go into. I really like just all these different panels going on the side of the ship. Just really adds a lot of detail. So next there's actually this little area that you can put your finger underneath. That opens the side of our ship. So you can actually see the inside there. You can see that they actually applied a couple of the decals already. However, I did notice that a couple of decals will actually go on that back area. And that'll be kind of interesting getting my hand in there to actually apply those. But what's really cool also is on the floor, there are actually some pegs where you can actually stand your figure. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up and we'll move to the back here. So as we check out the back, there's actually this ramp and that just slides out like so. Now one thing that's just a little disappointing is the fact that this ramp kind of leads up to nowhere. It would have been cool if they had actually added an opening so Boba Fett could go in and out of his ship that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that. Then we have one other area right here. It's actually another door. Pop this down. What's cool is there's actually like this grate there where you can see into the cockpit and also into this area, which there's actually a piece that will go up into this area. So we will get into that here pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece and we're gonna put it here on top of the cockpit. And there's actually these openings here on top. There we go, a little tough to get in there. Then there's actually a couple of these little pieces that come out a little bit and you can just kind of put that down and they just kind of lock into place. It's not too smooth, you do have to force it just a little bit, but there it goes. You have the cover over the cockpit like that. And then next we have our wings right here, which I'm gonna go ahead and install those on the side of the ship. So there's actually this hole right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the end right here. So there's one, and we'll go ahead and turn it around, put in the other one. And there we have that one in place as well. So let's go ahead and check out the wings and see how they move. Which there you saw inside, the cockpit popped up and these move forward. And then actually I'm gonna go ahead, pull this down. Then you can see our cockpit in there is in the upright position and ready to go and ready to fly. And actually let's go ahead and we'll show you how that works with the cockpit door open. So you move the wings back down. It does stay up like this, but you just push it down and it locks into place. And then when you want to get it popped back up, you just tilt the wings forward, it's ready to go.
Then here we have our cannons and we're gonna go ahead and install those now back here on the tail. And those will actually install right here on like these holes here. There's this one, there's also one on the other side. So we'll go ahead and just kind of pop that in. That actually popped in quite easily. I'll go ahead and get this one popped in. And there's our cannons there. They can be lowered down like so. And they just kind of lock into place. They hold in there pretty tight, which is pretty nice. And they actually have little missiles that go in there. And they're just like standard kind of Star Wars missiles like you see there. They have that little locking mechanism. So let's go ahead and pop those all the way down in. And again here, pop that one down in there. And then if Lewis wants to go ahead and fire those, I believe the triggers are on the back of each cannon. Woo! Pretty cool. This thing's awesome. And then onto these pieces here, this is actually an area where Boba Fett can keep his prisoners. And the way this works is you can see this kind of notches down right here and that matches up with the back of this. So just go ahead and put that on like so. And it just kind of locks into place there, which is pretty cool. And then getting to the back of the ship again, you have this part here. Just opens up like so. And then this fits up inside, which by the looks of it, you'll have to do the wider end first. So we just put that on the little ramp there like that. And then once it's on the ramp, just take it, close it right up. And Boba Fett's off into the galaxy with his prisoners in tow.
So next we have these two bombs, which actually these will go on the bottom. So let's go ahead and check out where they go exactly. So if you can see there, one goes over here on this side, one goes on the other. It just snaps in there. Put this one over here on the other side. And there's actually a button on each side, which I'll go ahead and demonstrate one of them. So actually you can push in, it drops out like that. So that's really cool. And I also wanted to point out just all of the detail going on the bottom of the ship. All the weathering just looks really fantastic. And I think they did a really great job.
And then this brings us to our Han Solo and Carbonite. And where he fits into this ship. And you'll actually just open up the cockpit here, like so. And then we have this slot here, which is just the right size for this guy here. Set him down like so, slide him on in, and there's Han Solo inside the ship, ready to be taken to Jabba the Hutt.
So I also have the Vintage Collection Boba Fett figure, and I'm gonna go ahead and put him inside the cockpit so we can see how he looks. So there are actually these clips down inside in front of the seats, and you can secure your figure inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that. And there you can see him sitting there controlling his ship. That looks really awesome. And there he is, getting ready to fly into space.
Maybe go save Grogu.
So finally what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply these decals to our ship. Here's number 1. So there's 1, and I'm gonna go ahead back on here, get number 2, which is the same as number 1, however it's just flipped. There's number 2. So next I'm actually going to take these 2 stickers right here, decals, and these will actually go over here in this area, which will be like a little control panel. There we go. Go ahead and get that one in there too. So for the last 2 decals that we're gonna put in here, they're actually going to go in the cockpit. They're actually gonna go on this back wall over here. So that's gonna be interesting. Just getting my hand in there. So bear with us and we will get those applied. So there are the last 2 decals. I will tell you right now, your best bet would be to use tweezers. It's very hard to get your hand in there and just at that angle, and they're so tiny. And yeah, I'm glad that was the last of the decals.
And then there's one last portion to this set, and that is of course the stand. So let's go ahead and grab the stand. We're gonna put this guy on the stand, and then we're gonna take a look at it. And here's the stand, again, clear stand. Got that Mandalorian symbol there on the bottom, which is super cool. And then the way that this slots on, we just go like this, and it kind of slides in back there, kind of between the tail and the bottom portion of the body. And then it stands like this, and it's absolutely fantastic. This thing looks amazing. This is an awesome ship. If this is something that you have in your area, maybe at Best Buy or wherever, I assume it's only at Best Buy, but I'm not 100% sure. Go and check it out because this is definitely worth the amount of money that you pay for it, because this thing is massive. The details are fantastic. There's so many different moving little mechanisms and things like that, and it's really just a tremendous addition to any Star Wars collection. And also, before we let you go, we just want to let you all know that this video is dedicated to Jeremy Bulloch. Of course, the original Boba Fett, the man who was in the costume for the original trilogy. So yeah, this one's for him. To watch a video that YouTube suggests for you, click that video to the left. To watch our last video, it's gonna be that one over there to the right. We'd also love it if you would subscribe, and to do that, click that link up above our heads. That would be fantastic. We'll see you on the next video. Peace, everybody.
See ya.